Hello guys, welcome to the channel. I'm Jimmy.
And I am Kyle.
Yes, you are. So today we have, the new Nachmund pamphlet. It's about 32 pages, no, it's 55 pages of A5 goodness with no rules and all that good stuff. It's not brilliant.
We've been out of surface for that long, we're in a new war zone. We've travelled that far, we're in a new war zone.
That we are. So, our game today is Tide of Conviction. Oh, that was wrong. You can tell this is a new book.
Cheeky.
Tide of Conviction, and it is a domination mission. And we've got two Armies of Renown for you today. I will be using the Crusher Stampede of the Tyranids.
And I am using Skitarii, Vanguard, Cohort.
Bit
of a mouthful, but yes. So Horde versus
Elite.
Elite
Nid army is pretty weird to say. I just want to say thank you to everybody that stuck around and has waited. I did have Nurgle's Plague. I'm all better now. That's about it, really. That's why we've not uploaded in a month, for those that don't know.
But positives, if you've obviously seen on our socials, you've seen a lot of our interactions regarding what's going to come. But if you haven't seen it, Eldar and Tau are definitely going to be coming onto the channel in the very near future. And a lot of new cheeky formats we've got going on. So you'll be entertained, let's put it that way. So we'll make up for lost time, safe to say. It's going to be brilliant. So yeah.
Gonna go to the armies?
Certainly can. Yep.
So there is a subscribe button just down here. Please hit it. We are so close to 1,000 subscribers. We only need about 60 of you. So if you are new, I know because of the analytics that we get probably about 300 or 400 unique new viewers coming in on top of our existing returning viewers. So I know you're new. Just hit that subscribe button. It is free at the end of the day. What's better than free real estate? Now, let's go over and see them armies. Here is my 1,800 points of Tyranids today. Why 1,800, you are asking? Well, Mr. Kyle wanted 1,750, but I told him these are Armies of Renown. There is a 50-point tax or rebate, whatever you want. Look, it's here now. And as you can see, that is a legitimate rule. It is on a screen, so you know it's true. Can't be false. Anyway, enough waffling on. Let's go to the armies. I have a patrol detachment and I have a spearhead detachment. In the patrol detachment, I have my Warlord. He has Monstrous Scything Talons, and I've given him the Warlord trait Rampaging Beast from the Crusher Stampede rules. That allows him once per turn to gain an additional D3 attacks to his profile, so I can knock them up. And then I've also given him a couple of psychic powers which help buff him in combat, and I believe psychic powers. The rest of the psychic powers will be in the description below, but I just want to mention it for this guy. Then we move over to my second Hive Tyrant. He has the Relic, the Venomthorn cannon, which allows him to spit out additional... Oh no, he always shoots 6 shots, sorry. His psychic powers are down below, but they are there to basically buffer as well. Then I have 2 units of Tyranid warriors. WYSIWYG, they have Lash Whip and Bone Swords and Death Spitters, but this one here has a Venom Cannon. And then we move over to my elite choice. I could only afford 4, unfortunately, Hive Guard, but hey, at least I've got 4 of them. It's better than nothing. I'd be down 1, to be fair, if we went 1750 like Mr. Kyle wanted. Then we move over to my Spearhead detachment. It is the Swarm Lord. And then we move over to the heavy supports. We have a Tyrannofex with Acid Spray. We have an Exocrine. And we have 2 Scythed Hierodules. Moving over to my secondaries. I've gone for Assassinate. There's only 3 characters on the opposition side, so 10 points is probably the best I'm going to get on that. Warp Ritual, no anti-psycho whatsoever, so get somebody in the centre of that board, score me some points, and then grind them down. I am very tough to kill. Hopefully I can kill Mr. Kyle before he can kill me, or at least wipe out a couple of units. That is my army. Let's move over to Mr. Kyle and his Skitarii cohort.
Welcome to the Admech cohort of the Skitarii. It's been a long time since Admech have been on the channel, and it's going to be a learning lesson for all of us because I need to remember so many rules, so many FAQs, and etc. Hence why all these cards are here. Anyway, with the restrictions, I have to have a Skitarii Marshal as my Warlord. Therefore, this guy in the middle is the Warlord. And I have 2 Tech Priests because I am allowed to in the other HQ slots. All the relics and the Warlord traits are in the description just because I am very rookie with and some of the wording is really hard to pronounce. So it's all there. Have a little read if needs be. So what I have done, I have 2 squads of Rangers, 2 squads of Vanguards, 2 20-man squads and 2 10-man squads, all with the arc rifles, the arquebuses, and all the nasty little guns you could possibly throw, thinking that I possibly need it. Unfortunately, I have no vehicles to shoot, so a lot of the special stuff isn't going to work, but the mass firepower might win me the game. Going over, then I have the Infiltrators and the Dune Stalkers, the little infiltrating geezers down here, 2 5-man units there. Going over here, we have the Dragoons. These guys have the Taser Lances, pretty tasty in combat, but whether or not they will be able to take out giant monsters, we shall see. And going over to the back of the board there, we have Dune Crawlers. Unfortunately, how we have them in this channel, they are kitted out with an array of guns. A lot of it's anti-aircraft. So is it the loadout I'd really want? No, but I'm going to go with it because it's modelled like that, and it might get a little confusing for you guys and me when I'm looking at the rules. So that is that. The Forge World is Mars. I feel like that's probably the best one for these guys. Lucius has got some really good stuff going on, but the fact I can do the Canticles and the Doctriners without any real restrictions is going to be quite nice, and plus the re-rolling dice when I'm shooting could be quite handy. This army is not going to find it very easy to do, but 5s and 6s are going to be my friend in this game. I can tell you that for a fact. My secondaries are Uncharted Sequencing, Bring It Down, and R&D. The new Retrieve Nachman data. The Uncharted Sequencing, it's the Admech specific one, basically where you in secret pick your objectives you're going to claim, and if you get them you get 3 points. Bring It Down has slightly changed, but it's making it a lot more easy for me to get it. And R&D, it's probably a good thing with these guys since I've got quite big squads that can do the business. That's it. I know it's a very vague overview, but I don't know how to say half the words. So all in the description below, as we've said. So we'll get on to the deployment and we'll get on with this sweet battle. And the deployment is set. The Admech have pushed down along this whole line using all of the thing. The Rangers have moved their 3-inch pre-game. I've left these ones there for the time being, but these guys have moved around just so they get ever so closer to objective number 5. The second part to this mission, like all the new ones, have second parts, which is lovely because you can score 4, 8 and then 12, is if you're in holding an objective in your deployment's territory. So the 6 and the 4 is in Jimmy's, and then the 3 and the 5 are in mine. So if I can have this for my turn, I can score the 2 on top of, well, the normal primaries like usual. Obviously, this is a massive risk. But we like risk on this channel because if not, they are well and truly eaten. Even though they don't like eating metal, but they'll eat it in the case of a victory. Not much more to say. It's just a roll off, and then I get to pick mechanicals and all that good stuff. So, Mr. Jimmy, good luck.
God bless.
A 4.
All that. 2. That's what I wanted. I wanted to go second because I want you to move out. So I can... But no, I will be losing 2 points there, which is a bit of a shame.
And then we shall call a concede from you,
Yep.
and I will win.
100%.
Marvellous. Admech, turn 1. Coming at ya. Turn 1 for my command phase and movement. So this is what I've gone for, boys and girls. So protective, imperative, which is +1 to ballistic, -1 to weapon skill across the board. And then the benediction of the Omnissiah as well. So I get to reroll 1 hit, 1 wound, and 1 other damage output, which will be lovely jubbly indeed. Most of the stuff has moved forward normally. I have moved these guys up to block off the chickens from potential charging while anchoring down on objective 3. These have moved around here to do some R&D. These have just anchored down well and truly on here. The, what is he called? The Manipulus has the Loki Holy Order, so he gets to put it on one of the units. So this unit here is going to have -1 to -1 on AP and -2 APs down to 0, and he has put his galvanic field onto these guys before they moved up, so they get a 6-inch to their weapons and an AP gets better ups. So some of the stuff might be able to hit further down here. Going over on this side, again, these guys have just moved around. I did advance the units, getting a 4. 4 basically just to confirm I'm on objective 5, hankering down on here, while the tanks have just moved up, potentially eyeing up some threats further afield. And the most juicy part of all is my infiltrators have just moved up here with 1 inch of the Hive Guard, which was basically an auto charge going on there. I have burnt the CP I gained from this turn for Psychic Assassins, which basically means I can pick a unit, which is these guys, which was 9 inch away from the board edge, and they basically go into like tactical reserves. So they're going to be popping up next turn. I'm not totally sure where, but I'll keep Jimmy guessing. Psychic is not a thing, as everyone knows with the Admech. So I will have a little think off camera and we'll get on to that important shooting phase.
A few rifles have gone into the warriors, causing 2 damage. Now for the arc rifle, 1 shot hitting on 3s.
Yeah. So just to let you know, these 2 can hit the warriors. The rest of them, which is these 4 with 3 in the arquebus, can't see the warriors, so they're going to shoot the swarm on just for fun of it. The marshal is obviously there. His relic, if you've read the description, is reroll hits of 1 and wounds of 1 as well. Plus obviously all my good stuff. So this is the arc rifle.
Yep.
Misses? No. I re-rolled the thing, did I? And then plasma. 2 hits.
2 wounds.
Yes. It is because they've got
5 up in, bud.
Yeah, basically.
Pass 1, fail 1.
1 damage.
1 damage. That has killed a warrior. So the rifles fired into Swarmlord, causing nothing. Now for the arquebus. Looking to hit on 3s.
Reroll because of the
Sorry.
hits.
Be probably 5.
Is it a special thing?
No, it just ignores the lookout, sir. And if you roll a 6 to wound, I think it might do a mortal.
Yeah, you are absolutely on the money.
It's been a while since I played Admech, but I know, baby.
4 to wound, it's strength 7. Get to reroll because of Marshall. No. Okay, that's that squad done.
I believe you said the special weapons from this squad are going into the warriors as well.
Yeah, just because they're 18 inch, the normal guns are not very range.
Yeah.
So I'll do this real quickly. Arquebus first. Hits and wounds on a
Threes.
freeze. I get to reroll that because I've got
The
Messiah.
Yep.
Hits and wounds. So it is AP -2.
5 up in them. He bossed it. He was like, yeah, mine. I don't care. I don't care.
And then I'm going to do my plasma.
Ooh.
Both hits.
3s.
Yeah. Both wounds.
2 5s required. Nope, failed. That was 2 damage onto one guy.
And then last one is the arc rifle.
Misses. You can't reroll neither because you've used it, haven't you?
Nope. Okay, so that's 2 wounds off of them.
Cool. Right, smashing. Anything else from that squad? Are we good?
We're totally good on that side. These guys in the middle can't shoot, so it's onto this side over here.
Okay, we'll be back in a moment. Off-screen shenanigans. The cheeky little rust stalkers, I believe they are. Or they're the infiltrators. They're the one of the two. Has taken...
Sneaky robots.
Sneaky robots in disguise. They have taken 2 wounds off of the Hive Guard with all their amount of shots that they have. Now we're moving over to this conga line of Skitarii, and the Plasma 2 at the front are going into the Warriors here. So if you'd like to roll your 4 dice...
Hitting on 3. I'll reroll that.
Yeah.
I'll reroll that because of my actual reroll. That's a good start.
Very good.
I should have overcharged, but I didn't.
Oh
no. Freeze to wound.
Yes.
Reroll that because of the God Messiah. No. 3.
3 5-ups.
Yes, please.
Ooh, very nice, very nice. With fried rice. Ready for 5 5s? No, nearly 3 1s.
Oh, yeah, you got 5 of them regardless, haven't you?
Yeah.
It's 1 damage a pop, so one's dead.
And I will take this guy, meaning the rest of your guys should not be able to shoot that squad. We will decide what is happening, and we're back in a moment. This June Crawler is going into this Hive Tyrant. Starting with the heavy stubber, so hitting on 3s.
Not a good start. It'll be 5 to wound. No.
Yeah.
Right. And then it'll be...
Big nasty shot.
Yeah, we got one. Freeze. Hits. It is strength 7, so it falls. I will re-roll this one. Nope. And then it is the
5 missiles.
Gatling. 5 them. You know, freeze. 5s. Lots of 1s here. Just the 1.
Minus.
-2.
-2. So that'll be a 4 up invulnerable save. Up.
Well
Hey!
And then this is the autocannons.
Ooh.
Oh dear, lots of 1s. 4s.
One more.
I can re-roll the wounds.
Up.
Nope. Just the 1.
Just the 1. -1, I believe.
Yeah,
so
4.
3 to 4.
Yeah.
3 to 4. No, goes through.
2 damage down to the 1.
Down to the 1 because of my crusher, so he is on 11 wounds remaining.
We'll rinse and repeat with the back one then, because that was appalling.
Might as well do it now then. 4 for the heavy stubber. 2.
I'll re-roll that, because it goes cocked. Or was it? Nope, just the 1.
Just one. Cool. I'll put it to one side.
That's not what I'm saved though, so I think.
No, that's 3 up then.
Yeah, that's
Hey!
fine. Scary missile. Hits. Scary missile.
Doesn't wound.
Reroll. Oh, come on. Reroll. No, I think I got 2 1s for that. The other missiles. 5s to wound. Reroll that, 'cause it's cocked. 4. This is your 4 wound ones.
I thought you meant 4. I'm like, no, you only got 2. You cannot double it, sir. No, 2 go through.
Just
Damage.
Flat 1.
Flat 1, so he's taken 3 wounds so far.
And then I will go with that. I've got a reroll hit still, so brilliant, obviously.
And then 4s again.
Yes. 2.
2. So 4 up in ones. Here we go. One goes through, one passes. He's taken 4 damage off 2 tanks. I will call that a minor success for the Tyranids.
I think so. The problem is with this tank, like we said on the pre-game, it's just not designed. It's designed for aircraft now. This format.
Yeah, it was. This army was a 7th edition army that we did buy off a friend. So again, thank you, Will, for selling it to us. But it was very much a 7th edition army when you needed anti-air because everything was hitting on 6s and all that good stuff. Yeah. So it's not ideal. We do have another one with the big blaster on, but it's not painted, so we do need to get that finished. Probably about a quarter of the army that we bought off him is not unpainted. So again, but we are working on Tau, Eldar, Custodes, Orcs, and a bunch of others. So these guys will be on the back burner probably for about another year. So, hey hell, what can you do? With that being done, any more shooting, sir?
I do believe it is done. I think the tech priests and all that are out of range, and then obviously the bosses of all the squads and the Vanguard, the Skitarii Marshal has a little pistol.
Pew
so
pew.
That's that. The last thing I need to do is just a charge, which I can't fail it, but I will roll it anyway.
I will throw a Tangle Foot Grenade. I will borrow them from the Custodes.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah, well and truly. Only problem is you will be blocked, so only one guy will get to fight.
That's fine.
Well, 2, because you'll back up on each other.
My intent was to tag them, basically, to stop them from shooting.
Good idea.
So yeah, 2 might get in, but that's more
cool.
Time.
Smashing. Right then, while these guys are in, we'll be back in the fight phase. So in this combat, only 2 are in, so that means 4 attacks. Chain Taser Goat has been used because they do have the Taser Goats themselves. So, exploding 5, sir. Would you like to roll your dice?
Hitting on 4s now because of my Doctrina minus is my weapon skill. So this could be not very good, but we'll see. So I fail 1, hit with that, but then I get
another 4.
Yeah, so
very nice. Very nice.
Freeze to wound.
Yep, because she's strength 6 and toughness 5.
That's not very good at all.
Oh dear.
Lucky for you, and I can't re-roll anything because it's in shooting. So it's your 5 up invuns.
5 up invuns. This guy will probably perish. 1 passed, 1 cocked. Ooh. Oh, he did. Do I burn a CP to keep him alive? No. I will remove him as a casualty of war. I will do my fights back off camera because I'm not going to kill the whole squad, seeing that I have 6 attacks with AP dash and 1 damage because it's basically just their fists. So we'll come back in Kyle's recap.
So, my turn. Not a great deal has been killed, but my plan was to try and take out some of his warriors and hive guard, basically stuff that is going to sit on objectives and possibly bag him some points. If I can kill them, he's going to have to sit back with certain things, or obviously standing around doing an awful lot. So I'm quite happy with how it went. Obviously I moved off objective 4, so I've lost 2 points, but there's plenty of time to claw that back, because obviously you don't score primaries in the first turn. So I'm not overly worried. Bring it down, obviously still going, and all that good stuff. So yeah, as much as points are not a thing right now, I feel like it went semi-alright. Chipping some wounds off the big troop, the Swarm Lord and the Hive Guard, and then the warriors down here and the Hive Guard I've lost a little bit. So yeah, Tyranids, Crusher mode activated, full force, baby, coming at me.
So the Tyranids have moved up and advanced, apart from these guys. The only one that actually properly advanced was the Tyrannofex, just to get him up so that he can spray in future turns. and just get a bit further up the board as well. These guys have moved up. Swarmlord is going to get him to actually Hive Commander up and probably get in up there. This guy will be able to spray these. My plan is to put the aggressive psychic trait from the Crusher Stampede onto this guy to give him an extra D3 attacks. So my plan is to give him D3 attacks and then he's activate his Warlord trait because I can do it once per battle round. So, once per like turn in a battle round, if that makes sense. So if I do it in my turn of turn 1, then when it gets to Kyle's turn of turn 1, for example, it activates in mine but not in his. So it's only good for that particular fight phase. So as I'm going second, it makes sense to do it now, especially if I end up charging this guy. So my plan is to get hopefully like nearly 12 attacks, hitting on 2s, wounded on 3s, I think, and then it's -3 and flat 3 damage. So it's not too bad.
Definitely buffed them up.
Yep.
Definitely well needed.
Yeah, because Hive Tyrant should have about 9 attacks, but, you know, Games Workshop went, no, we'll give him 4.
It will. Don't you worry.
It will, apparently. According to this guy, he wrote none of the rules.
What you think?
Right, so let's go over to that psychic phase. I will just grab my dice. Aggressive Surge is going on to the Hive Tyrant here. So looking for a warp charge value of 6. Ooh, 2 double cock there. I will move it down here. It's a shame because that would have been perfect. I rolled the exact same, an 8. And then I will do Synaptic Barrier onto these guys to give them a 4-up invuln. No, does not go off. And then Swarmlord is going to do, if he's in range, he'll do a smite up into that squad. So I'll have to measure that. And then he's going to do Infused Energies, I think it's called. So it allows me to reroll hits in melee. So he'll do it onto this geezer here. So warp charge value of 6. It goes off on a 6, funnily enough. So that's that done. We'll quickly measure up and see if he's in range. Psychic phase continued. No, he's an inch out of both of those squads. Over here, he has the aggressive one and the synaptic one as well. Similar to this guy, I just copied and pasted them basically. So he's going to put a 4-up invuln on there and a cheeky smite into the tank. So 4-up invuln first. Super duper.
Got CP.
Yeah, but I don't really want to burn CP for this. But I did. There we go. So it goes off. So they have a 4-up invuln. And now I need a cheeky smite.
Oh, you have to wear it. Ah, for big 3.
For a big 3. Oh well. God damn it. Bastard!
We are starting this juicy shooting phase with the Exocream. Double tapping because it's the only valid target into this Walker. You're betting 2 CP for 2 stratagems, aren't you?
Yes, so with the Crusher Stampede, or whatever the hell it's called, with this Army of Renown, what it says is you pick a Hive Fleet as well. So I'm Hive Fleet Leviathan. I do not benefit from the Leviathan trait. However, as far as I'm aware, please tell me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I've had a look. You can still use the stratagem. So I can still use the Rising Tide stratagem. So what my plan is to use Relentless Flurry so that I get exploding 6s with him. Unfortunately, because I'm shooting and he's partly covered, it's -1. So instead of hitting on 3s, he is going to be hitting on 4s. And I'm also putting Pathogenic Slime on him as well. So that it goes to damage 3. So hopefully I can just hit him, wound him, and all that good stuff. What toughness are you?
I'm sure it's 7.
7, so I'll be wounding you on 4s. So hitting on 4s, wounding on 4s, 6s explode.
Okay,
so after that massive thing, ready for the devastation of probably nothing. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 6s.
Well, that's a very good start.
Shame I wasn't Kronos.
When you drop. 5.
I dropped 5 from enough. So they explode. So 12 again.
Yeah.
And then 4s. Here we go. What's cocked? Okay, don't make a difference anyway. So that is 2, 4, 6, 8, 9.
That's a fantastic roll though. Lots of 5s and 6s there.
Yep.
Wow, okay, so I will get my dice and see if I can weather this storm. 5 ups required. That's a very good roll, but...
You fail 3, and that's it actually. You only fail 3, so you lose 9 wounds.
Okay. Wow. Okay, so I am still standing, surprisingly, on 2 wounds remaining. Due to it having 2 wounds, Jimmy started the next round of shooting with his warriors. I burnt 1 CP for Incense Exhaust, so basically another -1. He shot with his Death Spitter, failing to wound his Venom Cannons next. If that fails, it's probably this geezer into him. All at -1, so...
Yep, so D3 shots for the Venom Cannon, 2 hitting on 4s. No. And then like you said, I'll do straight away on this geezer here, so normally it'll be hitting on 3s, but this time it'll be hitting on 4s. Ooh, actually not too bad. And then wounding you on 4s as well. 2 wounds, -1, 2 damage each.
So, 4 ups. Let's just double check. If it falls, I get to reroll. Right, I get to reroll that 1. So 1's gone through, 2's gone through.
It's 4 damage.
Yeah. Even if I reroll, it's absolutely pointless. Yeah. Does it explode? Let's have a gander. Yes. I'll double check what it does, and I'll be right back. We have checked the tome, and the Hive Tyrant is in range, and so are these. This tank and the Marine to the Vanguard down there. So, Jimmy, will you like to roll for mine, please? So, tank first.
Tank, 3 wounds.
Very good. Yeah.
And then guys, 3 guys.
Brilliant. And then Hive Tyrant for 2. Okay, that's cool. So we'll mark everything up, move the tank, and we will proceed on with the rest of the shooting. This guy is shooting his acid into this squad down here. 3d6 auto hitting shots.
Yeah. So 9. So it's 3, 6, 9. Wounding you on 2s. 8.
Okie dokie. Hands are freezing, cannot move them. Okay, so I drop
3. No, you've saved 3, so you've lost 5.
AP -1.
AP -1.
I think I got 3 up. I'm saved the daughter. Do I?
4. No, because you took the weapon skill, ballistic skill, didn't you?
Yeah. I'll just double check, but yeah, I'm fairly sure some ass. And then there was one who's going to stick his arquebus into this guy's face and blow his brains out. I mean, I wish, but hey ho. Charge phase then. This Hive Tyrant needs a 6 to get into my troop down here. Flipping over to this one, well, it's pretty much auto. And then he's got the warriors, which is very much auto, into my infiltrators as well. Do you want to roll for the actual one that potentially could fail?
Yeah, might as well. So needing a 6, and I will definitely burn a CP for this. So
got it.
Got it anyway. So don't
Cool.
need to burn a CP.
We'll roll the other 2 off camera. We won't roll.
5 and over there a 4.
Sound low, but still gets in. So that is that. Jimmy can move all his stuff in, and he'll get his dice ready for this potentially nasty combat. We start here with the warriors onto my infiltrators.
So 3s. Ugh, horrible. And 3s. So 2 at -2, I think it was. It's 1 damage though.
You kill one.
Hey, which way do you want to take him? Front, back, side, left, right?
this back one here.
This one.
Because he's not really affecting the overall on the objective. Cool. Get your dice ready for... I'm not going to interrupt now. It's no point.
Cool. So, because of my Rampaging Beast, I get D3 additional hits, and because of my Adrenaline Surge Psychic Power, I get another D3. So I get 2d3 worth of hits. So let's see how many hits I get over there. So normally it's 5 attacks plus 4. So that's 9.
Very, very good indeed.
So here's Hive Tyrant. So he's hit on 2s, rerolling 1s because they're Monstrous Scything Talons, and I am wounding you on 2s as well because of my strength. So reroll the 1s. On them, and then wounding you on 2s as well. That's what you would like to see. So that is 2, 4, 6, 7, 8.
Okie dokie. Good. Roll down here because it's not Valiant. I lose 4. Say 4 die.
4 die.
4.
I get 3 wounds back for my adaptive physiology. Munch, munch, munch. So the side hierarchical managed to wipe the poor Arquebus man out. Down here, we managed to wipe out 1 Ruststalker. And in retaliation, they took 2 wounds off of the warriors, and nothing here on the Hive Guard. Then we move over to this fight here. We have enough men in for 13 attacks, hitting on
4s.
4s, oh dear, and then wounding on 6s.
The stratagems, but I'd rather use my CP to counteract you with good shooting next turn. That. That did help. Right, I'll reroll 1 because of the hits. No, it's just shooting. Apologies. So take that off, take that off, take that off. And that can go away. That one goes away as well. So 4, I think it was. 6s. Reroll that because there's blooming stones. Just the 1.
Just the 1. 3 up save. Here we go. It's enough to fail. He's down to 9 wounds.
It's flat 10.
It's flat 10! Well, I reduced 1, so I'm on 1 wound remaining, man, boy! Right, so he's down an additional wound. And as we are at the end of the fight phase, I believe, yes?
Yeah.
I'm going to burn 3 CP to fight again. Might seem a little bit extreme, but it's going to happen over here in this corner. I'm going to have to try and wipe out as many of those little Skitarii guys as possible. So that means 9 more attacks incoming, hitting on 2s, killing on 2s. Well, not killing, but because you get your 5s. So I'll just quickly grab my dice. I'll be back in a moment, guys. You should be able to see bear. Reroll this one.
It was meant to be.
This is why you do not reroll the same dice. Oh, God, it's so cold, my hands.
I know. I'm still trying to pick them up.
7, sir.
Okay.
2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7.
Okay, I'm just doing the exact same thing as I said. I can't pick dice up. Yeah. Oh, good sake.
Decent.
Yeah. Okay, so I lost 3.
3 CP for 3 guys. Well, at least I get an additional one. No. Morale phase, 2 CP burn. There we go. They are sticking around. So let's carry on with the recap. Pretty solid turn for me. I wiped out a full squad over there. I wiped out a tank. I took out half a massive squad. I've scored 3 for grinding them down. I forgot about Warp Ritual. Otherwise, I would have moved more in the centre of the board and tried a cheeky Warp Ritual. Might have to try and do that with the Swarm Lord next turn, or maybe this guy, depends on what goes on with combat. So, 3 points to 0 currently, but I think max primary is about to commence. Well, 12 points. So max standing on objectives for the Admech. So let's over to Admech, turn 2.
Turn 2, 12 for the primary, because I'm holding 4 out of the 6, which is good stuff. Before we forget, Uncharted Sequence went off turn 1, which was objective 5.
Have you not shown the people at home?
No.
Show the people at home. They need to know these things.
Okay, I'll do this recap and I will show the people at home. So these guys have surprise! They've come out of nowhere, 9 inch away from Warriors, who are holding objective number 6. Flipping over here, the Dragoons have moved up the board, holding objective 3, but really wanting to charge some of these big nasty things in the hope of wounding them. And then this massive massacre of blobbage is a 10-man squad and a 20-man squad. These guys have moved up, potential range on the middle Warriors. I have gone for the Litany of the Electromancer, which is -1 to hit in combat, and the Bulwark Imperative, which is +1 to arm safe and -3 off my movement. The Manipulator has basically put his +6 inch, plus AP, and his -1, -2 AP debuff, or buff, pardon me, on to all that massive squad down there. Admech is really hard, like, because you don't play that much. You're just trying to remember everything and all the guns and all the upgrades and all that. It is very, very difficult. That's why I don't play them very much. I kept in combat with these troop because he's going to get less attacks and hopefully can anchor him down while still holding that objective. It's an objective scoring game, so why not try and do it? The tank is free to shoot. Potential stuff, maybe the Hive Tyrant down there. That is it for the movement. All the buffs have been put on, the movement is done. Psychic is so we'll go onto that all very crucial this early on, but still very crucial shooting phase.
The tank is shooting, well, not the tank, the Dunecrawler is shooting into this lovely bloke here. So here we go.
Bloke?
He's a bloke now, lad.
Bloke. Heavy stubbers.
Okay. 5. I thought it was 4 shots for the heavy stubbers, sir.
Okay, I'll do the missiles then. I've got them all lined up, so this is missiles. 5 to wound.
9.
That was a flip of a flip on it, really?
Flip of a flip. Just
Yay!
like well, if you don't succeed with missiles, just knock an opponent's model over.
Heavy stubbers.
Okay. 5s.
Oh, being 6 as well. 2.
2.
2 normal armor.
3. Yeah, fine.
Very good. Autocannons.
Oh.
It starts very, very strong. It ends terrible. Again.
And then you'll be happy to know I've lost one wound so far.
Brilliant, brilliant. And then this is the slightly tasty missile.
Slightly tasty missile.
Hits.
Ooh. Oh.
No. Well, these tanks are doing fantastic, aren't they?
Great tanks, mate.
Great, absolutely fantastic.
So, we will come back when you have decided what else you're going to shoot. Hold the phone! 6 CP is being burnt. 6 CP. I don't know why you held the phone. It makes no sense. It's a UK saying. hold the phone. In fact, it's probably said in America as well, to be fair. Where most of our audience is from. 6 CP, so would you like to explain how you have spent 6 CP, and why you are a madman?
So, I'm going to burn 2 for enriched rounds
Mm-hmm.
on the big 20-man squad.
Yes.
Onto this guy, and then obviously the rest of the guns on top. And then the other ones is depending on how well that goes, but if that goes well, I'm going to burn the rest of the 4 on Galvalic volley fire, so make the rifles heavy free because they FAQ'd it, so it's gone to from rapid fire, gone to heavy, but they haven't moved, so it's fine. And then I'm going to do Wrath of Mars on top of that, which is now 2 CP. Oh no, they're a 10-man unit, so it's 1 CP.
So you've been 5, not
5.
6.
That's fine. Still mental. And then basically that will be wounds of 6 and mortal wounds on top as well.
Darkly. So would you like to get your dice ready for your enriched rounds? And we will be back in a jiffy. Nice. While Kyle counts out his 36 dice, let's talk about today's sponsor. No, it's not Raid Shadow Legends, because they just seem to sponsor everything. Elysium War Games. Go out over to the website, check him out. You get some rate discount. And now that he's got his 36 dice, let's get back to the action. Right, guys. So we are shooting here now. Go for it, sir. 4s to wound. To hit, sorry. But then auto wound.
18 wounds, boys and girls. Then obviously the arquebus and stuff afterwards if I need to. But it is
3 up saves.
Needs to make a lot of these, boys.
Right, well, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That one's cocked, and that one's cocked. 5, 6,
7.
7. He's dead. He's out of here. Does he explode? He does not.
Got a 5.
Well, at least your arquebuses and everything's wasted.
So all the heavy weapons are wasted, but that means it is a few points to bring it down, which is good stuff for me. And more crucially, he's not holding this objective.
Right, because this guy changes his mind more than a woman, it's no longer going into here, it is now going into the Swarm Lord. So, if you'd like to take your shots, sir.
Right, rerolling 1s because of my keys. Alright, okay, that is 17 hits.
Is it 6s to wound now? Do them all.
Yeah, so I get to reroll 1s, and it's 5s to wound naturally, and then it's 6s are to wound and war wounds. So 1, 2, 3, 4 mortal wounds, and then you need to roll. Bear with me. 5 mortal wounds, and you need to roll 8 invulnerable saves.
5 wounds down. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He is 1 wound remaining.
Right.
Special weapons in this unit now, starting with the plasma.
Reroll 1s because of my dude. Double 6. That's a good start. 5s. No. Right. The arc rifle hits. Doesn't wound. It seems like a recurring theme, this.
Yeah.
High hits, low wounds. Arquebus hits. Force to wound. I'm going to burn a CP. Do I have anything else to really shoot it? Yeah, I'll burn CP. So I'm on to 3 CP. Wounds, bottle wounds, you dead.
Dun dun dun. I'll just see if I explode. No, I implode.
And just to round off the shooting, the warriors have failed to survive the onslaught of pistol fire from these guys down here. So Swarm Lord, Hive Tyrant and the warriors have been cut down by all this nasty infantry firepower. Who needs tanks, eh? Anyway, so the charging, I am going to do the Dragoons are going to go into the Hierodule here. And I'm going to charge these guys, which needs 9, into these warriors as well. I'm on 3 CP, so I could potentially re-roll a charge if needs be. Obviously 9 up there. Can you just quickly measure that for me, good sir? I think it's 6 or 7, something like that.
Let me just whack out the old tape measure. 6.
Brilliant.
It's all going wrong this game.
Right, I wrote it down here. So I'll do the Dragoons first. They get a 6.
Oh, they go in. I'm going to burn 7 CP for Synaptic Force Field, which makes it minus 12.
Alright, okay.
It's written in crayon in the codex.
And I get a 9.
You bastard! You bastard!
Turn 2, baby!
It's turn 2. You make all your charges in turn 2. You might as well charge something that's about 20 inches away. Still roll it on 2 dice, you. Bloody.
He's a bit grumpy.
We begin here. 2 CP has been spent. 1 on the machine superiority. Those superior machines are adding +1 to their strength, making them strength 9. And then chain taser goats. Goats. Or
Goat.
The goats.
The goats of chains.
If that's probably more of a sheep. Yeah. For exploding fire. Oh, it's going to be disgusting. Go on, sir. Do your worst.
Okay, not that great. So I get 2 more. Right, so that were a hit. Right, so they become hits, and that becomes a hit. And then I get another one.
Very good, sir.
So all them.
I'm wounded on 3s. Disgusting.
3, 6, 9, 11.
Cool.
At 5 ups.
I will just get my dice. Right then, here we go. Needing 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds. 7 wounds taken off.
Would have been 14, but as this detachment goes, it negates damage down by 1. So they're all like little dreadnoughts.
So 11 wounds remaining. This combat here, 21 attacks, hitting on 3s, wounding on 4s. So here we go.
Oh dear.
4s, 2 wounds, sir.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 5-ups required.
6, 9. Here we go. 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The unit is dead.
Jimmy's turn to strike. He's going to do the Hive Tyrant into the squad of Vanguard.
Yep, so in fact I will I've still got the Adrenaline Surge on him. I think it's called Adrenaline Surge, so he gets his D3, and I'll use my Warlord trait as well, so I'll get 2 D3 more attacks this phase, so an additional 3. So that is 8 attacks. Hit on 2s.
Phrase.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Doesn't matter. It's all good.
And wounding you on 2s.
Yes.
Come on. Yeah. So that is 2, 4. Oh, hang on a minute. I've got adrenal glands. That is a mortal wound. That is a mortal wound. That is a mortal wound. And that is a mortal wound. I forgot I had adrenal glands on these because I needed to make up a couple of points.
So 4 are dead.
4 are dead. Yeah. I don't know how many I got previously. But...
to addition, yeah.
Yeah.
So what do I need to roll?
6 more.
6.
I totally forgot that. I'm an idiot.
Oh dear, you nugget.
Oh no, hang on a minute. No. They do extra damage, not mortal wounds. My apologies.
Okay, so I
So 4 still alive.
So I survived 1, so I've lost 5 in total then.
Yes.
I should get all more back for your silly mistake. After the damage is done, the Hive Tyrant is back up to full wounds because of his adaptive physiology for eating. Down here, we managed to clink some wounds off the Hive Guard, but in retaliation, he killed one of my Infiltrators. Obviously, these guys have consolidated and sitting pretty on objective 6 for the time being. Now for the onslaught. Look how cool that little image is. These 3 charging into him. He's managed to take 7 wounds. Could have been 14 without this Stampede. So it would have been very, very tasty.
Let me just add one little note. It wasn't adrenal glands, it's toxin sacs.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I do apologise, Tyranid players. I just never use them upgrades.
Yeah.
So, hitting you on 4s, wounding you on 2s.
Yes.
There we go.
Well, it worked out.
Yeah.
You can technically kill them.
I could kill them
You
all.
can kill them all though.
Not when they're all up. Do you know what? I've been a CP, sorry. Right, there we go. They've all wounded. So.
I will burn my last CP.
Okay.
Just because I need a 6. If they're not, they are dead.
Well, it might not be dead.
Nope, I'll go through. So
D3 plus 3. So they have 6 wounds each, don't they? So I need a 5 or a 6 here to kill one. So 1 is dead.
Yep.
Next one. Don't know what the next one is. There we
So
go.
2 are dead.
That's it, yeah, 2 are dead.
And 1 is well and truly alive. 18 points scored for that turn. So 12 for the primary. I scored 2 for holding this one, thanks to these guys. And I scored 4 for bringing it down, killing Swarmlord and the Hive Tyrant holding objective 4. Yeah, the points are quite low, but generally domination is kind of like that. And especially when you're scoring 4 and 8 and 12, it's even more so. So, yeah, R&D, ROD, whatever you want to call it, it's been a complete bust for me. I should not have really taken it, but then I just kind of struggled to what else I should have done. Razor Banners might have been a good suggestion because I've sort of anchored down on objectives, but it's something I'm not really familiar with, so I probably need to basically look at new ways of playing. I think that is the way forward because R&D is just a complete bust. Still got some points to bag on the Uncharted sequencing. It depends on what happens in turn 3 and obviously Jimmy's turn, but we shall see. Feeling fairly confident. He has got a lot of nasty bugs and my firepower is slowly getting whittled down, but he's got very little to hold objectives, so we shall see what happens in Jimmy's turn. See you there, guys.
Zero points scored on primary thus far for me. I'm on no objectives, so surprise, surprise, a big fat 0. This guy has elected to stay still because he can see just one of them from his gun. So I'm going to flame into those bad boys coming up. I'm going to have to put my flamer into him. These guys have just been stuck in a never-ending combat. He's moved around, so he's getting an eye on the guys on objective 3, or he should be, hopefully.
We'll have to measure it. I mean, not measure it, see if you can properly see him. But
and then we've got him over there about to do his psychic powers. I'm going to reread the adrenaline rule. It just says pick a friendly Crusher Stampede model within 18 inches. So I think he can elect to pick himself. I hope that is the case. Yeah. So let's go into that psychic phase. So he can elect to pick himself. So warp charge value of 6 to put adrenaline surge. It doesn't go off. Oh well, doesn't matter. Next, I need Smite. It does go off on a 6. It's a D3 mortal wounds. For 2.
Cool.
I'll burn my CP I got this turn. Oh, great, for 1. Okay, that was pointless. I was just hoping if I wiped that squad, I could have...
I get you. I was kind of... My brain froze and I'm like, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh yeah, that actually does make sense.
Yeah. Right, that is it for the psychic phase. I'm going to have a look what I can shoot, and then I'll be back in the shooting phase. The Exocrine here shot into this squad on objective 3, killing 2. I am going to do the Flamer from the big guy into the squad on 3 as well. Flamer here, and then we'll come back for the Tyrannofex Flamer, because there is a good chance that these gentlemen here may perish or may survive to fight another day. So we'll do 2 of them off camera, and we'll come back for this one. Not a successful shooting, 1 wound taken off here. The Bulwark Imperative, I think it's called, something like that. Is kept these guys around. He has only lost 1 wound here, and only 2 were killed here. So I will pass the camera over to Mr. Kyle, and we'll come back for this one.
Stinger Salvos went in first, only managing to clink just the 1 wound off, but now it's the main attraction. The acid spray is double tapping into these guys.
Yeah. For 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 shots. So I'll quickly grab the dice.
Very good.
2s to wound. I'll roll it.
Okie dokie.
That's 14.
What's AP?
It's -1, so you're getting your regular save because of your Bulwark.
Dokie. You pretty much. So 1's dead. The one with 1 wound's dead. 3's dead. 4's dead. 4 are dead. 1 is alive. So we are going to go into the charge phase now. So it's the Tyranids into this lone ranger here. Smart move, obviously, due to the fact you can wipe him out and he can hold objective 6. This guy down here, we just need to measure it off camera before we roll, but this guy is going to charge my Warlord. It's kind of badly placed from my behalf, but he's going to charge him and probably do the business on him. Do you want to roll this guy, needing an 8, and then we'll roll... no.
I'll burn the CP. Why not?
Okay,
so I'll be down to 1. No! Oh, okay.
Okay, roll for your Hydro, because if it's like a big number, it'll be alright. Okay,
4.
definitely not good, and you can't re-roll. Okay, so they are staying put. That's not great for Jimmy. So that will be the charging done. It goes into the fight phase. I declare first. And I might as well... Ooh, I'll have a little think actually, because it could be quite crucial. We started here with the fight phase. I thought holding objective would be more wise comparison to trying to take some more wounds of him. Play the objective game since it is all about that. So now it is this guy gonna probably cleave the last remaining.
Okay. So for attacks.
You mean hitting the pause?
Yes, that's what I meant.
I was getting so confused then.
2s or 3s, 1 or 2. I'll have to double check his strength for the 2s. I'm pretty sure he's over strength 12.
You'd think so.
I think he's over
Shall we
strength
just
10.
roll 3? And
Roll 3, because if you fail him then...
Yeah, I get 2 1s and a 2.
2 1s and a 2. He is dead.
Yeah. Okay, cool. That is the squad wiped. So that is 1 to the tally, but that will not mean... bring it down. You're not going to get... No. Saying that, you're probably going to get 2, because by killing that guy.
Maybe Skitarii Marshal, so I'll get 3.
Still not enough though, unfortunately.
No, I think I need
Right.
Oh, hang on. But if he runs away, then I draw it.
Yeah.
So, morale phase. This guy ran away. Huzzah! But it wasn't enough to grind them down. So I scored 0 on the primary, because I'm only contesting up there, so I don't score 2 points. Assassinate, didn't happen. Warp Ritual, didn't happen. Grind them down, didn't happen. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, I've managed to score nothing on my turn 2. This guy was just giggling like a little schoolgirl a minute ago. Did you get your uncharted sequencing, sir? Were you on objective 5? No. So I think you have to claim it, don't you?
Yeah, I'm assuming so.
Yeah, so unfortunately for you, you only scored 18. Oh, right, guys. Depending, I've already said this off camera, so I'll say it on camera. Depending on how deadly this turn is, I think if you manage to wipe out, I'd say 2 of my big monsters and the Hive Guard, I think I will probably concede after my turn 3. If none of my big stuff die and these guys survive, then we're going to keep going, baby. Because there's no point dragging out a game when you know which way it's going to go. But Kyle has just scored 12 points. So, happy days. Admech, turn 3.
Turn 3 for the Admech, scoring 8 because this one is contesting, so 8 rather than the 12. Not a lot is moving because, again, there's not a lot on the board. These guys are staying in the internal combat. There's generally one every game we play. Normally stuff like that. Hive Guard are holding their own, which is pretty decent. This squad is staying put. I've moved the Skitarii Marshal further inland just so this guy can't get to him as easily. These guys are staying put because all their guns are within range of potential targets. I have given them the range and the AP, and I've given them the Holy Order, so AP 1 and 2 is null plus, so the Flamers shouldn't do really much. Plus, on top of that, I have gone for Shroud Sam, which is light cover, so I'll get a +1 to my armor save as well. So technically, I think these guys will be on 3-up armor saves against most things shooting at them, which is great stuff. And again, I've moved the Tech Priest over there as well, just so that Jimmy is not so close to me after this. And again, finally up, I am just holding my own in combat while this Tech Priest has just repaired this Hive Tyrant up. So if shooting is good, it might possibly be game over, but I don't have a lot of CP. I have 1 CP. So it's a case of just shooting everything I've got into certain things. So yeah, let's just get on with it. So I'm going to just say on camera, I'm going to shoot these 2 squads and all the HQs from down here into the Hyrule in front. I feel like that's probably the best thing to do. He's got 11 wounds, and if I can clink him off, then brilliant. Because everything else on the board that's not in combat is toughness 8, so why not go for someone that's actually been wounded? So what we'll do all the shots off camera, and we will pan back over here and see if this guy is going to be alive. And he's well and truly here with 8 wins remaining. Lack of CP with all the nice strats I can pull off is really stinging me now. I think the problem is with this list, it's magnificently good at low damage, vehicles for a start, because I've got like guns that designed for them, and a lot of troop because I can just chew through them without the amount of sheer power. I knew 5 and 6s were meant to be my friend. Turn 2, they definitely were. But this one certainly wasn't. This guy shot in combat and he just did absolutely nothing again. I used to really like them when they first came out as a model. Yeah. They look pretty cool, but yeah, the loadout and they've just disappointed me. So it's given Jimmy a little bit of breathing space. Possibly enough to win it. I really don't know, because he could get on objectives and I could completely get wiped. So that is it. I am not going to charge No, I'm not going to charge. I'll have another thing then. I am going to see how turn 3 pans out for Jimmy. So we'll just do the combat, which is literally down there, and the Hive Tyrant into this tank. And yeah, we will get back with the dice.
So 4 attacks with my Hive Guard. Here we go. I thought it was a decent roll for a second, but not dead. 2 again.
You've had 2 wounds through, I think, every turn, and I've failed every single time, I think. But not today, baby. Not today.
Did you lose any?
No, I didn't.
No!
Your luck has ended. Me to attack back, and I am going to go over there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I'm going to
do. That's all I wrote.
Okay, so 2 are in, obviously.
Yeah.
3 hits. 3 hits to wound. Oh, wait, I'll a Maz roll. Might as well. No, didn't do anything. 2 wounds to go through.
Needing 5s. Hoo-yah! 1 wound goes through. I have 1 guy on 1 wound and 1 guy on 4 wounds.
Slow me number. Hive Tyrant.
Cool. At the top of your turn, I will do my Warlord trait. So he gets D3 attack.
Does he get it just standard, or does he have to charge or anything?
No, just standard, but I can only pick it. So if I do this now, I can't use it
in
my fight phase. Yeah, that's how it works.
Right, okay.
So it's only good for half the turn.
Sorry, I might cutting half your face off.
Okay,
cool. Yeah, I get you.
So that's D3. Did I have Adrenaline Surge on him? I can't remember. No.
No.
Okay, so just 1 D3, which is 2. So that is 5 attacks basic, 4 attacks basic, 1 for Monstrous side and Talons, which just went down there, it was a 6 only, and 2 more. Hitting you on 2s, because I'm a Hive Tyrant. I reroll Zivons because of
stuff.
Monstrous side and Talons.
What strength are you?
Good point, actually.
Would
I think
possibly make a difference.
I'm strength user, so let me just double check, and I will be back in a minute.
Okie dokie.
Okay, so 6s do additional damage here, winning on 5s. So just the 2.
They're the decent 2 though.
Decent 2. How many wounds do you have left? Or are you on
I'm on forward.
Yeah.
So AP minus 3 or something like that.
Yeah. So
That'll be my invuns. Failed 1, bossed 1. So damage 4.
Damage 4, and then my prehensile tail.
Okay.
It's 2s. Then strength users, so 5s. Nah, nothing.
Cool, so that is 4 wounds off the tank. I will attack you back with his superpowers. I hit you twice. Maz reroll, why not? Hey, baby! This is what you need. Wounded you twice.
Yeah!
Ooh.
Oh,
Yay! Woohoo, baby!
Kick me, but he can't shoot me.
Tick. Wow, these points are stacking up, baby. I scored 8, which is actually pretty massive for this actual game. R&D, let's just forget it. I only started with 2 secondaries. Sequencing is still in effect, so we'll see how that goes and bring it down. Obviously, yeah, I would love to kill something, but yeah, this is my turn to whiff a little bit. He's degraded, so potentially could do something, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, let's move on. Tyranids, turn 3.
Turn 3 for the Tyranids. No points scored. What a surprise! I'm trying to move up onto objectives. Well, clearly, we've abandoned that one. They're still stuck there. I did try and bring him round, but I failed to roll a 5. And he's just chilling up here on this corner. Basically, I'm just going to try and flame him off objective 3. And then that gets him off an objective. And then brings his points down to...
I technically wouldn't get any.
Yeah.
It just depends on if I can kill another Hive guard up there, then I will be getting 2. Yeah. But that's if. Has he got 1 wound left? One
wound left, yeah. So yeah, let's have a look. Let's go into the psychic phase, and in fact, I'll just do the psychic phase now. Smite going into the thingy, double 1. Can't even re-roll it, so I lose 1 hull wound, and then adrenaline surge for a 2. Well, for a double 2. So that didn't go off neither. Lovely stuff. I'll see you in the shooting phase.
Shooting phase, Stinger Salvos managing to kill one of these troop down here. He's going to do his spray. Obviously, just 1 round of shots because he has moved.
8 shots though, so not bad.
No.
2, 4, 6, 8. Wounding you on 2s because it is strength 7. Still roll 3 1s magically, so that is 5 armor saves for you to take. So -1, so 4 saves.
I roll pretty badly as well, so there's 2 guys remaining. This Hierodule is shooting into these 2, trying to wipe him off objective 3.
4, 7, 8, 9. 3, 6, 9. Wounded on 2s. All of them. Bloody hell.
Very good. Let's get. Nope, they are wiped. So therefore, objective 3 is now up for grabs. Last bit of shooting is going into this fully fleshed out squad. Yeah, let's see how many shots you get this time.
Yeah. Oh, not good. 10.
Okay.
2, 3, 6, 19. 2s again. 9 of them this time.
Okay, so what's the AP on it?
AP is -1.
So it gets to 0.
Save,
yeah.
Basically.
How many? 9.
9.
Okay, I'll get 9 dice and I'll see if I can save some of these. Right. That was fairly mediocre. 3 are destroyed. Yike. After all the shooting has been finitoed, it's charge phase, so the Hierodule is going to go into this fully fleshed out squad. Probably needing a 4, something stupid like that.
I don't have any CP, so I can't even do Berserk Charge or Behemoth Charge or whatever it was, where I could have put mortal wounds on him.
No, well, you live and learn.
So both Hierodules are going into that squad. So first one, just about in, I reckon.
Have a little look. I reckon you're probably right. Yeah.
And then the second one up in the top corner, probably needing about the same. Oh yeah, well and truly.
Yeah, it's fine. So they are both in, and we'll see what they can do. We're going to do these both together because I haven't got the CP to interrupt, and they're the exact same profile. That's not degraded, is it? With 8 wounds left.
But they still get 6.
Is it just the weapon skill?
Let me double check.
Okay, I just don't want you to roll wrong.
4s and 2s.
So we checked, and yes, this guy has degraded, so he's now hitting on 4s. So we do that one first.
Yeah. So on 4s. Reroll the 1s. Scything Talons.
No.
No.
Dropping 2, so it did matter slightly.
And then 2s to splat. Oh, come on, man. Yeah, 2 and 1s.
1 dies.
Cool. And then the next 6 all hit but 1. And
No.
then,
Oh yeah, of course, you're not degraded, Jesus.
and 5.
That's a little bit better. Just a little bit better. Okay, so let's see what I can do. So that is 5 in total dead. Very good. Me to attack back. I am going to go over there to try and get rid of that guy. So I will get the dice and see what I can do. The Hierodule's killing 5. We went over to this combat down here where they managed to kill another Hive Guard, so it's bagging me the objective, which Jimmy definitely, crucially, doesn't need me to do. Then we went over to the Hive Tyrant. He managed to take 3 wounds through, and this guy absolutely leveled up with his invuln save, so he's still on 7 wounds, with my turn to hopefully heal some of them back. Now we are going over to this massive horde of Admech. What we're going to do is this off camera, it's going to get a little bit confusing, and then it goes, after that, it goes to the Hive Guard, the one Lone Ranger, and then it goes to my tank. So we will do this, and then we'll come back with Jimmy's recap.
End of Tyranids turn 3. 6 ran away up at the top. From morale, 1 automatically, then 5 additional. We're trying to do the math hammer here, fellas. Basically, I'm not going to score any primary in my turn 4. It's just the way it is, unless I get maybe 2 points for holding that. There will be obsec units on here for at least turn 4. Then in my turn 5, I might score 12, which would put me on 14. If I'm lucky, I might grind them down once more, which would be another 3 points, making it, I think, 17 then. And then if I'm really lucky, I might be able to take out a couple of characters. Probably not this guy up here, unless if I was to wipe out that there. Kyle is probably going to score 2 points here and up here for now. That'll be another 4. His uncharted sequencing he might be able to take, and bring it down is probably not likely neither.
Yeah, there's a lot of like ifs and whats, because there could potentially be Jimmy could potentially win it, like you just said. But I think that in this sort of end game, with regards to getting late as well, he'd have to take my characters out. He'd have to have a perfect game. But the thing is, my character's quite open. So I've got my Tech Priest at the back here, which I can probably hide away for a bit. So it'd be a case of realistically of objectives over assassinate, and you'd have to kill them both and hold objectives. So if I can like hide my characters, you're just not going to win. So like my Tech Priest, I could probably hide behind here. As long as that stays in combat, you're going to have to hold this objective to do it. So it's a close one, and it's obviously theoretical, but my intention was always to just rack up the points to start and just sort of hope for the best, really.
Yeah. It is annoying because the game is about ifs and buts,
Yeah.
but it is a case of I will score 12 in my final turn. I know that for a fact. It's just can I get the characters? And at the minute, with me being held up, I'm unsure. We will play a really quick turn 4, so we'll do quite a bit of it off camera to see how turn 4 goes. Depending on where we are at turn 4, we'll do another quick turn 5. So let's just quickly go into the Admech. The hope was alive because of how the primaries are worded with this. I think Games Workshop need to do something, because it says you can only cap 15 a turn, I believe, which is still the same thing. So I'd get 12 for the objectives, but then for holding up that one, and the back one with all of his units dead, the maximum I can score is 30 for this game now. And Kyle is already on 33. He's about to go on to 34, I think. Not 34, like 37 or something by scoring an extra 4. So, is that right? 24 plus 7?
Some of that. I think because, like you said, because you can only cap at 15 per turn, because if not, you could just run away with it by like maxing, especially this one, because you're getting end game points. Yeah. We'll come into the recap, but it's definitely a learning curve of the new formats.
Definitely.
They're like a little. It really didn't matter. Some guys might pick it up, like you going to CP when you shouldn't have done, because it's just
because
little things. Yeah,
I'm not holding my objective. It was contested.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll wrap it up and we'll come to you guys with a bit of a conclusion. Yeah, but it's safe to say, with regards to that 15 cap, Nids wouldn't be able to do it.
No.
Unless...
I just thought, at the end of this turn, I could grab Objective 3, potentially, which might have taken me to 32, but like we said, you're already basically on 33.
So I'm already up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get to the recap, and we'll see you guys there.
Yeah, right. See you there, guys. So there we have it. A concede from me at the end. So under the new rules, if it was a tournament, you'd score like 70 points or something.
I'll get more than I've already accumulated.
Yeah, basically. So do not concede at tournaments. Just play it out best you can, and then when it goes, I think Games Workshop are trying to stamp out the whole. Well, if it was to go to turn 4 to turn 5, well, I'd score max primary here, and I'd do this, I'd do that, and no, whatever you decide to end on, I believe now is the points that you get.
Yeah, I think with this one, the reason why we were so like obsessed with it towards the end was because it could. I always was going to like take the lead to start with, and you was going to claw it. It was kind of pretty obvious from even before we played the game, because I knew that was kind of going to be the thing, and I'm kind of glad how I played the game.
Yeah. In
the sense of I focused on your objective based stuff. So for me, the play of the game from my point was the Infiltrators straight in.
Just holding them up, doing what you need to do.
Stop them from shooting the back lines, and they were there pretty much to the end, and they stopped you from getting CP, they stopped you holding an objective. Yeah, and it really kind of closed down your lines, and yeah. And my plan always was to take out the squishy troop. Well, they're not squishy, but the warriors and the Hive Guard, because then you would have to focus on big things, on objectives. I think the difference on this list compared to like sort of tournament vibes of this list is you had a bit more shooting, because a lot of them have like
flamers,
yeah,
and that sort of
the big sort of like can effects and stuff like that, where you could just like bomb up the board. Like you had kind of like you could kind of sit back a bit, because the objectives are quite close in the middle board. You could have the luxury of sort of using your acid sprays and stuff.
Yeah.
The reason I went with the vanguards was just the 5 win run, and then the bonuses like the extra attacks and stuff like that. It would have been better in maybe a typical Nids list with loads of gaunts, because I could have just been like deleting squads or gene stealers because of the amount of volley that shots. But yeah, I know you said off camera, and I'm sure you're gonna say it now, but like I like the Nids. I think they got the boost that they needed, and now they're getting the Codex soonish.
Apparently, grain of salt.
Yeah, well, they've said it, but whether yeah, 2 rooms, Chaos Space Marines, just saying.
Exactly.
But I don't know. What did you think?
I don't know. It was a very meh game for me. When I picked this map, as daft as it sounds, I picked it on the spacing of I picked it for the map deployment, basically. When you said to me, send us a mission, and you had set up the board, so set up a very beautiful looking board, and I was like, okay, let's have something that we've never seen before. So we picked the ones where it's like weird shapes. Yeah, and then I realised tonight when we got here, it's domination. And then I looked at my list, and like, I've got 17 models in this list. How the hell am I meant to dominate objectives? So I knew it was going to be an uphill struggle from then. And then, don't get me wrong, the 5-up invuln is amazing. There's definitely things I could do to tweak the list. Take more warriors, for example. Fill out the Hive Guard, but we are limited to only 6 warriors, because that's all I own. But I do plan on definitely buying more. Definitely. Yeah. But again, we've got to wait to see what the Codex is gonna.
Yeah, because you know what, you don't want to be doing the thing where you're sculpting it for a Crusher Stampede and then it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
I'm sure it will in some form, but not as we know it. I think the generally Nids are just gonna get an all-round boost, like everyone has. Like you've seen on obviously the Tau have just leveled up, Eldar leveled up, Nids are going to level up, and I'm sure in the next couple of weeks we'll find out more leaks or drops from GW.
Police helicopter, no doubt, above.
I'm sure that's it. Respectable neighbourhood I live in.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Says the guy who has a police helicopter.
Yeah. True. Very true. But no, interesting. I think I liked your list because I don't really like AdMech.
I know you don't like AdMech. I'm personally not a massive fan of AdMech, but I think we will have probably me playing an AdMech game somewhere in the near future. We also potentially have another person playing AdMech in the near future, if all goes to plan. That is.
Yeah, I just there's a lot going on, which is great because sometimes like I definitely when I first got into the game it was like more detail, more content, more relics, more like add-ons, the better. But with how we play, when you don't use them very much, your mind just goes to like mush because it's just there's so much, and then you've got obviously like doctriners and stuff, and you're like, what have I done again? Like, what am I doing again? That's kind of why I went with that as well with the Vanguard, because they were all Skitarii. I knew kind of where all everything was sort of like the same thing. But no, interesting. More of the promise you, good neighbourhood. But no, good game. Low point game, but good
Very
game.
low point. Oh, I would have never even said the final score.
I know
it has been hopefully down here. It was 29-6.
That's how irrelevant it is.
It don't matter. We just had a game of Warhammer. We had fun with it. The bugs squished some people. To be fair, I love the combo that I was able to do with the Warlord. With the D3 extra attacks on his Warlord trait, D3 extra. What is it? Off of the psychic power. Then you could put. Then it frees up dermic symbiosis as an adaptive physiology, and because you can take one for free, then stick in so that it just eats people for fun. He does a better job at being a horror spec than the horror specs does.
Yeah. I think as well, next time, because it's your first time using it, doing the mortal wounds, smashing into them.
Yeah,
that sounds very tasty.
I think it's called Berserk Charge. Basically, when you charge, I think it was 1 CP, and you take the number of wounds that you've got. So he would have gone into him with 7 wounds initially, I think it was at the beginning of the game. I would have rolled 7 dice on a 4+ because of the strength to toughness, I believe it was. It was 4+, then if they equal, it's 5+, and if it's a lower strength to higher toughness, then it's 6+. But again, with Skitarii, it's going to be 4+. To a maximum of 6 mortal wounds, so that could have easily wiped out that squad a lot faster had I remembered to use that stratagem. And then I could have taken it from there and probably killed the tank quicker, swept around quicker, and Nid's could have won this thing because I forgot to use one stratagem. Oh well.
But you will remember next time.
You will live and learn and live.
Yes. On that deep, meaningful note, I think it's time to wrap this up.
Yep, so please check out our sponsors, Elysian War Games. There was a nice little advert in the middle, wasn't there? Yeah, I just did that to fill a little bit of time while waiting for him to count his dice.
Was it because I had little hands and lots of dice or something?
Little tiny. We need to buy you tiny dice for your tiny hands.
Yeah, I like zoom in. It looks like the regular size, I promise.
Yeah. How have you managed to fit 42 in your hand? One hand? Like, I'm a giant.
Yeah, exactly.
I swear down. So yeah, please check out our sponsors, Elysian War Games, and there is a subscribe button down below. Please feel free to hit that as well. We are so close to 1,000 subscribers, so if you've made it this far and you're a new viewer and you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. It is free.
100%.
100%.
100%.
So guys, thanks for watching. If you haven't made it this far, we will catch you in the next one. See you later, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Chicken nugget? Hello, chicken nugget.